What's up, guys? It's Vex. So, coming back to my actual laddering, I've played several games besides this, but obviously I'm not going to be able to upload these several games that I play every day. But, spawning in the middle right corner, we have myself, the Blue Terran, and spawning in the bottom center, we have, and I don't remember his name, No Chance, which is a great name. I will upload some losses. I think the first one was... I don't remember if the first one was a win or loss that I uploaded. But nonetheless, so we have a basic starting out. I'm not sure why this probe is just popping out and floating here. That's an actual rally point. I don't know what's going on, but I still am in Bronze League, so we're going to find some very interesting games over here. Have me popping up my supply depot, trying to figure out some of my builds. Learning that against Protoss, I'm really not too worried about walling off that ramp, and it's a really easy second expansion right over here. Scout going out. I'm at normal speed again. I'm glad I caught that early this time. Do not want to sit that through that at normal speed. Supply depot is done. Early gas coming down. Surprising considering the strange early occurrence that we've seen. Understands chrono boosting. I don't believe I do a gas for a while. I'm focused on getting some bio out. My first scouting is unsuccessful. Speed this up just a little bit. Just some basic stuff going down here. Two probes just chilling out, having a nice little conversation. A couple of brewskis. A warp going. He leaves it there. He's new with the race, but he seems to understand chrono boosting. Pylons, a lot of pylons. I'd almost say an excess of waste in pylons, just from the fact that he does not need 34 supply this early in the game. So this is no particular standard build. This is an obvious, you know, someone newer at the game that doesn't quite know what they're doing. I have another supply depot going down. I am waiting, it looks like, to build a command center. That's what it looks like from up here, and I'm going to plop it right when I have the 400. Marines coming out. The orbital command about to pop out. Still no gas for myself, but like I said, I'm focusing. My Marines behind the supply depot, that way if a Zealot decides to run up, I have plenty of time to shoot it as it runs around to get to me. Forge coming out, a cybernetics core, another pylon, and another pylon. I'm not sure why there are so many pylons coming from this guy. He has only one worker working in the gas, and yet has no actual use for it, so I don't think it's any particular kind of build. He doesn't have any other kind of tech besides gateway units. I don't know if he was going to research the warp gate. At some point he might. Another simulator in production. I'm not sure why he's warping that in when he still only has 2 workers on this. It's not fully saturated. Photon cannon, which really doesn't have a particular use because I could easily run across right here and just run back and destroy what I need to. Still at this point, I don't know what skill level I'm going up against. Second barracks going down. SVCs being trained out of both. The second command center is about to finish up. Have a probe chilling over here, possibly getting ready for a second. Almost at the 550 mark. It is a late expand for both of us, so I obviously have it down much sooner. Scan goes down because I am too lazy to just actually head over there myself. He has an awful lot of pylons. A lot less resources than myself. Chrono boosting out more. He is researching warp gate tech, but he has no army to speak of. At this point, I honestly could have ran over with my 6 Marines and killed 1 photon cannon and been just fine. At that point, I could have destroyed some pylons, though I suppose if I had ran over at that point, there would have been a second one. Too many pylons to destroy to try to depower it. Still no second base out of No Chance. Myself, however, I have the orbital command already up, producing SVCs. Factory going down for myself. I have 2 gases, one not fully saturated. I do have an engineering bay that has just popped up. Marine still going up. During my scan, I did see the fact that he has a Twilight Council, and I could not honestly remember if that involved Dark Templars, but that's a Dark Shrine I later learned. Just in case he was, a lot of canceling, a lot of wasted resources. If I can remember that short key, units lost. Resources lost 149 from all that canceling alone. Only unit I've lost was an SVC. Army supply is just... He's waiting. He believes that warping in at the last second is going to win him this game. At 8 minutes, he has not built a single unit. He does finally have his second Nexus going down, as I've already got my stuff up. Oh, also, if it's not obvious by this point, I'm not casting while I'm actually playing. I found that the first time I was doing that was very, very difficult. Workers no longer coming out of this since it's mostly fully saturated. Second factory going down. If I do remember correctly, I do build a reactor on that to start outputting Hellions for some harass. I do not know what's going on yet. Speed this up a little bit. There's not that much action. There is a starport going down because I want to, you know, it's obviously I've got mostly bio. I need medevac. Dark Shrine is up. Still no units to speak of at the almost 10-minute mark. If only I could talk to No Chance and tell him that he needs to be slightly more aggressive in his play style. My starport is up. Reactor going down so I can really start pumping out the medevacs. Fully saturated gases on both bases. Had not taken a third, however, I don't feel I need it at this point. And if you really look at the supply here, I am over double just normal supply. My worker supply is higher. Lack of army. He does not have the resources to really warp in that many units. If at any point I could have attacked really early and been just fine, I did not know that, unfortunately. This is obviously no standard build. He has, however, pretty much walled in his resource line, though. I don't know if... Oh, yep, there is a tiny spot there that if I really wanted to, I could have ran through just fine. This base is slowly getting saturated. He does have another gas up. Another pylon going down. No proxy pylons to speak of in this entire base. Tech lab going down, and now pumping out double. Another barracks coming out so I can get more out. Hellions coming out. Don't have an armory yet, but looks like I have an armor going up, so I can research those transformation servos. The DPS on the Hellbats are just insane, and especially against anything that you're going to go up against Protoss. If you can get in there and early, you're doing quite well. Another scan goes down. I see that there is absolutely nothing up here, and it's astonishing to me. He is now floating quite a bit of resources, a robotics facility, a bunch of... He really, if he's doing this playstyle of waiting, he needs more warp gates, but at this point I can't even recommend this kind of build because I don't know what it is. He's not outputting any more probes from either base. I do have a random Widow Mine down here just in case if I know it suddenly disappears or goes off. I know somebody is after me at that point. Bases are becoming much more saturated, still pumping out SVCs, building a third command center, and I know at some point if I actually want that to go anywhere, I will have to destroy this debris that is just chilling out right over here. Lots of things being researched. Terran weaponry, cloaking, transformation servos, armor. Already have 2 medevacs at some point. May do a drop. Lots of photon cannons going down around the border. So, I don't know if he even knows if he has scouted me yet, honestly. He has not even scouted me. He has no idea where I'm at. This is quite astonishing to me that he has not scouted. He obviously has a decent idea about warp gates and macro, but his macro is not fast enough. My scan goes down. I know that he has a second base. I honestly did not expect at almost 14 minutes to see an army supply of 0 to 70. It is quite astonishing to see this. This game has been a hoot to really just watch. Debris is down. Third base is now floating over. Fully loaded medevacs with Marines, Marauders, and the Hellbats. Transformation servos has been complete. Raven coming out. Weapons still researching, and armor plating. Army supply is completely negative. There's nothing here to really be worried about for me, though I did not know that at the time because I did not expect a player to have Zero army supply this late. I boost in and drop directly on the line. Just decimating the entire line. Income is fairly even across the both of us, though he has less harvesters. So that quickly shoots down on the income tab. Nexus goes down. He's warping in his DTs like he believes that's going to have no chance of standing against me. I know what's there. I do a quick scan. And that is a quick cleanup. I don't think he expected that. He perhaps does not know how Terrans work yet. He's doing air armor, and he has no Stargate. I'm not really sure what that's about, but he's doing a ton of research and hasn't warped in anything. I'm very confused about this. DTs are having some fun. I scan. It's a quick cleanup. At this point, I'm pretty sure I've won. I do have a lot of photon cannons to deal with, though. I suppose if I really wanted fun, I should have just built a ghost and a... I'm saying again. Freezing up on my random thoughts here. Loading up more of an army because I know that this is going to take a little more to deal with. A Stalker walking in all alone. I don't know if he thought that Marauder was the only thing there. However, it stands no chance as it burns and disappears for everybody to never see again. Widowmine is just chilling out. These are coming in. I have not noted. I do not know, however, that those are all there. So I have my medevacs coming in from that side thinking it'll be a good flank. However, in reality, it is a very bad idea, even with a boost. I don't know why he needed that. A warp prism is pretty much useless at this point. I honestly do not understand the thinking. I would have expected a GG by now, but it wasn't going to be so. These obviously have no safe landing spot. Photon cannon just chilling out going, hey, I got nothing else to do. Everybody else is dead. Warping back his gateways because I don't even know. He's floating a ton of resources. I'm floating a ton of resources because I know this game is already over at this point. I really didn't need to build a planetary fortress because I'm not expecting any sort of resistance at this point. Planetary fortresses look so badass. They really, really do. This guy looks like he might build another command center. I'm really racking up all my energy here. All my workers have already mined out the main base. Finally just figure it's time to bring everybody over because there's obviously no threat to my home country. All these warp gateways are back. He's warping back in his nexus. Speed this up just a little bit. All turning into warp gates again. Obviously a newer player, I feel really bad for curb stomping him. Nonetheless, it happened. My army is chilling out, it moves out. Getting ready to go. A great distraction of these turrets. Photon cannons, I don't know what this... He's doing something now. He's trying to be a hero and it did not work for him. Poor Widowmine is never going to see any sort of action. He's going to chill out there. The sweep going through, destroying everything one at a time. These poor Stalkers just trying to do their best. More Stalkers warping in. He's now out of minerals. He has nothing else to do. Just as his other nexus goes down, another goes up, and he's mining. I still don't understand what this warp prism was for. He still has not GG'd. I did not realize that there actually are two DTs. One DT ripping through the field, but at the last second I do notice that suddenly my marine numbers are much thinner than they were originally. It's basically a GG at this point. There are a lot of photon cannons, however, it feels very pointless that I am still playing. One Stalker warping in. Another Stalker warping in. I'm producing 5 Marines at a time. He's producing level 3 shields for whatever reason that would be. However, the forge is not powered, so it's not moving. That's why there was wondering why there was no bar over there. Another stalker warps in. There's only one warp gate that is even functioning. At this point, it is GG. I don't know why. Still going. Another stalker warps in. A stim to take care of it. And now we just watch the ending moments. There we go. And it's game over with no GG. And that was it. So, there will be more interesting games. I'm sure I'll have a loss at some point. Apparently, I built another base up here just for kicks and giggles. Well, I will play some more matches, and I hope to see you guys next time.